Hey, VC, Jeff, JG Ukama, back again. Man, I've got quite the stack for you this week. Yeah, did some work from home, and just, yeah, so I had a bit of time to get at it, and then yeah, it's just been a crazy week anyway. Last 2 weeks actually, so yeah, yeah, didn't spend a lot of time in the record room, and then I did, and yeah, just the stack grew. Um, yeah, was out in the woods, had a good time. Anyway, back again. So here we go. So stack a little bit of everything in here. Pretty big stack. So I'm just gonna jump in here. It's kind of going in backwards order more or less, but yep, I know I've shown some of this stuff before. So if you know Susie Quattro, has a few of her big hits on it. So this is the one that's got was it Tumbling In, or it's not Tumbling In, Stumbling In, Wiser Than You, Rock and Roll, Coochie Coo, You Can't Give Me Love, yeah, Tired of, or cover or Tired Away. Yeah, so great album, pretty solid 4 all day long. One of my favorite Susie albums. Not as hard hitting, it's a little more of the disco era one, but I don't know. Got, for me, that's a nostalgia trip. Picked this one up a while back. I know I've shown this. Gary Puckett, best of, greatest hits, whatever. Um, yeah, this is one of those ones I might replace with a 7-inch later because pretty much, um, first 2 tracks are the only ones I really wanted or need, but it's all right. Yeah, I give it a 3.5 overall, but yeah, basically you just need woman, woman, and young girl, which neither one really plays that well anymore. Not very PC. Anyway, yeah, listen to the lyrics, you'll know what I mean. But yeah, those 2 are great tracks. The other ones, yeah, they're all right. So 3.5 on that one. Keep moving. There's another one from my childhood. Fat Boys Twist. Friend gave this to me a while back. Um, yeah, I 3.5. Nothing other than twist on this one. I think this is a UK 12-inch, so it's got like 3 different versions on it. So yeah, if you know the Fat Boys, you know what you're getting. I so I'll hold on to this one. It's fun. That's a blast from the past. I need to get wiped out too at some point, but I guess those are the only real tracks I really want from those guys. Um, Yeah, this one's pretty solid. It shows up on the VC a lot, don't need to really talk about it. Mini Ripperton, Perfect Angel, of course she was from Rotary Connection. It's got a little bit of that, wah wah, psyche guitar left over from Rotary Connection on this one. Um, Excellent album. Is it perfect? No, it's not a perfect album, but when it's good, it's damn good. Yeah, a 4.5 on this one, I'd say. But yeah, I don't know. Threw that on today. Probably just wasn't in the mood for it. Like sometimes I really get into that album, but I don't know. Anyway, this is a revisit. Steve Harley, Cockney Rebel. This is just a comp. Closer look. It's missing that. Oh shoot, there was that Abbey Road cover. What song was that? That was I'm freaking. I don't know. I'll just pretty much buy that on the 7-inch and I'm done with Steve Harley basically. So it's got all their big hits. Make Me Smile, Come Up and See Me, right? Sebastian's on here. Mr. Raffles is on here. His version of Tumbling Down. Yeah, Psycho Mondo. Yeah, it's got a lot of classics on there. So yeah, glam rock. Um, yeah, just like Gary Puckett there. I think he walked into some controversy at some point, as I kind of remember. Maybe even pedo. I don't know. I can't remember what the story was, but it was something bad. Anyway, pretty clean copy I got, so happy to have that. Pretty solid 4 there. Very happy to have this one. Found this the other week. Yeah, first pressing. So really happy to get that one. So Deep Groove, some VG Plus on everything here. Yeah, barely. Yeah, you can see like there's some surface scratches, but you can't hear them. So really happy to have that one. I only paid about I think $20 or something on this. But yeah, let's see. If you look up on Discogs, yeah, it's got those crazy jazz prices. So I would have gotten the reissue at some point. So I was really, when I saw this, I took a gamble. It was sealed at the store, and I was like, yeah, I'll take a gamble on that one. I won. So happy first pressing. Mingus is Ahum, whatever. Mingus Ahum, whatever it's called. I'm a much bigger fan of the what was it called? Was it Sinner Man in the Black? Whatever. What was that with the Sinner? I want to say Sinner Man. That's what's her name? Anyway, um, yeah, I'm a bigger fan of that album, but I do need to get that. It's late. I did like a 13-hour shift today. Here we go. This one I picked up at the record shop used. I was going to buy it new, but I found it used, so happy. It's in really clean shape. It's only been played once or twice, you can tell. Sub up, it's not the color variant. So I don't know if everyone's showing this in the VC, but this is actually a die cut, at least on this version. I don't know how many pressings are, but yeah. So yes, this is like a die cut double album. It's not a gatefold, but it's a double album, pretty long one. I believe they're from Sweden. They're definitely Norwegian. Jam band with a lot of like international, like Afrobeat. I don't know if it's quite Afrobeat, but got world music, collective kind of deal. Some probably a little appropriatism. What do you call it? Man, I'm exhausted. Anyway, pretty great album. 4.5 all day long. This was the one like Tales from the Crate. Andrew recommended to me to pick up first of theirs. So I might explore some of their other catalogs, but this one's great, pretty solid. Another happy find. I don't know. These kind of go all over on the values. I got a halfway decent price on it. Found this at what do you call it? Thrift mall or not thrift mall. Antique mall. That's what I was looking for. Found an antique mall. So that dealer is usually pretty fairly priced. He's on the little bit lower than medium Discogs price usually. So I got a pretty good deal on this. Moby Grape with the infamous finger. Like a lot of kind of that early psych stuff. The album's uneven, but it's still pretty damn solid. So someone shows this to in the BCs, you know it. Yeah, I 4.5. It's pretty solid. It's worth picking up. Moby Grape. Shown this one in the past, picked this up a while back. I know other people have too. So this is Wireless L7. So L7, this is their live album from their prime, early to mid 90s. So if you've ever seen them, it captures their live sound pretty well. This is not quite as produced as, I think a lot of their albums kind of suffer from that 80s production. This does not. So great albums, got a lot of their hits on it. Diet Pill, Everglade, right on through Wargasm, Pretend We're Dead, Shove, Fast and Frightening, Shitlist. So yeah, it's pretty much all their, maybe not all their hits, but a good chunk of them. So happy to have that in my collection. Great album. That's a 5, worth having if you're an L7 fan anyway. So I picked this up in Japan. Heavy Sounds, Elvin Jones, Richard Davis, Gatefold. I'm not sure this is a first press, but it's an early press. It's a single disc, even though it's a Gatefold. I don't know if the Japanese one is that much different other than the OB strip, but it's a crease break there. But yeah, great album. Got a little bit of a rolling funk to it. So, yeah, again, worth having. Somewhat uneven, but check out that opening track, Summertime. So that's, again, 4.5 all day long. Love this album, 10-inch, Huggy Bear, taking the rough with the smooch. I'm a little more partial to the, that's kind of a weird color, I don't know how that happened. So yeah, I'm kind of a little partial to the split they did with Bikini Kill, which I think their side's the better side. But yeah, so I think they basically just had like that split this and some 7 inches, I'm not mistaken. But avant-garde Riot Girl stuff, I guess, how you describe it if you don't know. Really solid album, 4.5, maybe even a 5. I absolutely love this album. Little harsh sounding compared to a lot of the other Riot Girl stuff, and definitely got some experimental stuff on there. This one, kind of going back to my youth. This might even be my older copy, I don't know. I know I had this on vinyl, and I may have traded it to my friend at some point for something or other. But yeah, Baltimore, yeah, I'm pretty sure these guys are from Baltimore. They're definitely on the Baltimore label. But they dripped Baltimore, so they've got to be Baltimore. So Liquor Bike's the band's name. Pretty much Baltimore's grunge band at the time. Forget when this came out, probably 90, I guess 93, give or take. Is it a good album? It's listenable. I give it a 3. I'm probably just going to hold on to it for nostalgia's sake. Might have bought that from them on a live show, I can't remember. Yeah, this one, I got up to the counter. I thought I found like a Wire 12-inch maxi or something, and I was like, I don't know that song. And then I got up front, I was like, oh wait, Wire Train, it's a different band. Did a quick look. They sounded interesting. So 80s alternative, kind of similar to what you'd expect on like early 4AD or Caroline Records, that sort of thing. Pretty good. It's pretty damn good actually. 4.5. Just that kind of that early 80s college rock alternative stuff. REM but better. I don't know. Does that make it a little cooler than REM? Kind of interesting. I'll have to give this another listen. But it's not terribly long for being a 12-inch. All right. Wow, we're already at 13. So I'm gonna keep going here. Finally finished this guy out. So this is, I'm going to mess this up. Maru Sankaku Shikaku, or Circle Triangle Square. Comp, 3 discs. I think last time I was missing some of the discs. I had it still on the player. So this is actually a bootleg on that Bamboo label out of UK. So even the bootlegs get kind of pricey because you have to pay shipping here in the States. Got lucky, found a local copy. These seem to be going for more and more now. I think the original was like more than 3 discs, and it was maybe originally a vinyl thing. So the original cover is the one that's in the square there, which is also there. Comes a little booklet that's been translated. So I would describe it as kind of avant-garde Halloween spooky sounds. Really fun listen. Glad to have this in my collection. Yeah, they're part of was that Fluxus or whatever, like Yoko Ono and all that. So great comp. 4.5 stars. It's not an easy listen, not for everyone, but yeah, who knows? Maybe Sean, you'd like that one. This one I got from a friend a while back. Dan the Automator. Want to buy a monkey? I don't know. Whatever. So yeah, hip hop, turntablist, whatever you want to call him. So yeah, he was pretty instrumental in getting DJ Shadow going. So pretty solid, kind of early 90s, 2002. This is 2002. Okay, I thought this was a little earlier. Okay, so he was a pretty important, like the early mid 90s hip hop scene that led into DJ Shadow. So I think Shadow was reading that old like book. That yeah, Sean sent me a book on DJ Shadow's first album. So basically, he did it in this dude's garage or something. But yeah, good album, good album. Probably you want to go with a little bit earlier stuff, but yeah, pretty solid 4 there. This was a thrift pickup. So it is true. I've always only had Doris comps. So I maybe at one point I had their first album, which I've never been like a massive fan of. This one I did like more. Not I wouldn't go quite as high as 4.5, but 4.25 maybe. It's a little uneven. Of course, opening track Hard Rock Cafe. Not Hard Rock Cafe. Hard Rock Roadhouse Blues is on here. I think Indian Summer was kind of a hit. Ship of Fools, of course. I think that's a cover though. But yeah, great. I listened to that when I was working out the other day. It's a great album. Did like that. So I hit some more of their catalog. I don't know. Their greatest hits never did it for me fully. Always had bad college associations with the Doors because of that. This one's the Psychic Paramount. This is album 2. That's all it's called. So I think I forget the full story of this, but it was a lot of the guys, like half the guys maybe, Vladio, Balaco, or whatever. So noise rock / psychedelic rock. I think this one came out early 2000s. So I'm pretty sure it's got a vinyl release, gatefold. Yeah, but I don't know. CDs you can get a little bit cheaper, but yeah, I don't think in vinyl's that too crazy. I just didn't want to commit to it. Yeah, pretty solid 4 on this one. It's a fun listen. If you like noise rock, you like psych, you probably want to check that out. You know, Les Rosellas, Denudes kind of stuff. You probably dig that. This one, Jeff Keezer Trio, World Music, whitest dude ever in a car. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess he was kind of young on this one, but yeah, piano, world music. So I guess world music was very hip in the 90s. I think this was a blind thrift. There was like a bunch of really good thrift album CDs on the shelf, and this was kind of a blind buy because I figured whoever bought this had good taste. So it was amongst some stuff I didn't really want. So, and yep, it was a good buy. So pretty solid album. Not really groundbreaking. Kind of think like Duke Ellington or something along those lines. Maybe a little more. What's his name? Andrew Hill. Somewhere between the two at times. But yeah, it's I don't know experimental, but he was definitely riding the little bit of that early world music thing going on there. But definitely would fall into the jazz, even so he doesn't say it's jazz inside the booklet there. But yeah, it's worth checking out. I'm going to probably check out some of his later stuff because it's probably pretty early in his career. Looking at his baby face there, but I didn't recognize the other musicians on that, so I'm not going to bother. This one, Spiritualized, ladies and gentlemen, we are floating in space. I was hoping to get the cool packaging version that was supposed to be like a medical, supposed to look like a medicine box or something, box of pills or something. But yeah, I guessed wrong. Maybe that was only UK version, so this was like a early US press. So maybe we didn't get that in the States. I don't know. I was kind of, I didn't do my research fully before I ordered it. But excellent album. I was lucky enough to see them live when they played Tokyo some years ago, so that was great. So neo-psych, I guess you throw it in there with that. If you like, Flaming Lips kind of stuff, it would kind of be in that wheelhouse. Excellent album. I give that a 5. It's pretty damn good. I do want to get a couple of their other albums at some point, but that'll sedate me for now. This again was a thrift find a while back. Sunday Matinee, the best of New York hardcore. Pretty good comp on Profile Records. interesting mix here. This is from like '94, so it's got, yeah, it opens up with some, I don't know, I guess they were trying to go from like historic '80s hardcore into like the modern '90s hardcore. So they're covering like a 10, almost 15-year span. So they oddly, they open up with Bad Brains, and then Cro-Mags, Agnostic Front, Reagan Youth, Murphy's Law, Sick It All. Then it's Youth of Today. Yep, and it had some Warzone and some other slightly more obscure ones. Yeah, American Standard, I guess, were somewhat famous. Judge, Raw Deer, Urban Waste, Underdog. So it's a pretty interesting comp. Yeah, not really pushing the genre at all, but it's a fun comp. Glad I had that. Definitely listened to it a bit. This one was something that Spotify actually recommended to me, I think. Um, Lisa Germano, Geek the Girl. Definitely gonna be checking out more of her stuff. 90s. This one I want to say it's like 94. This was on 4AD. 94. I was right. Okay. Yep. So it's kind of in that was it Juliana Hatfield kind of vibe here. Really good album. This again 5 all day long. Highly recommend this one. I'm pretty sure there is a vinyl version, but I think it might go for some money because I'm not sure it's gotten a repress. Yeah, the CDs you can get reasonably cheap, so kind of in the $10 to $15 range, I'd guess. So Lisa Germano, Geek the Girl. If you like Juliana Hatfield and a lot of that, Liz Phair, a lot of those kind of singer-songwriters of the time, she should have been, based on this album, she should have been way bigger. I don't know what the story is. Maybe, I'm surprised 480 didn't push her harder because I never heard of her until recently. So I figured I needed this album and I kind of go from here. But I'm definitely going to be checking out more of her stuff. So Lisa Germano, like German with the O. I recommend that one. And this one is one of those I've been kind of on the thinking about getting off and on. I kind of kicking myself for not buying the vinyl while I was in Japan. But this is a U.S. reissue of Gazon's first album, around 2000. I want to say 2015 on this one. So I got to see him maybe a couple of years after this album came out, and they were pretty damn good. Maybe they were opening for Ty Segall or something. I can't remember. Definitely not not a little more far out there than Ty Segall though. They didn't have the right audience for sure that day, but I loved it. Really good bands. Like they're kind of in that Ballhouse wheelhouse or whatever of like Ebo or Ruins or Boredoms. Yeah, it's little manic, a little psychedelic. So I don't know. I think some of the side projects that have some other temple, it's a bit out there. But I highly recommend them. Yeah, I don't think they spell their name out in Japan. They just use the kanji. So Gazon, which I guess would mean Dashita? Okay, below the mountain or something like that. It might have some meaning I'm not aware of. But yeah, great album. That's another 5 all day long. Absolutely love this. Kicking myself for not buying this on vinyl when I was in Japan. I think you still can get it, but it goes for some money. Anyway, I am going to sign off here. Actually, it might have been 2000. I don't know. Anyway, I definitely saw them a few years after that album. They've had quite a few since. I might pick up some more while I'm in Japan. Anyway, signing off because this is get running long. Take care, guys.